So you are considering making a move to the North Dallas or North Fort Worth area. You are not quite sure what city is right for you. Well, in this video, we are going to take you on a tour of this beautiful MI home here in a new construction neighborhood in Denton, Texas. So like I mentioned earlier, we are in an MI home here in Denton, Texas. This model is called the Barbosa. So this floor plan is the Barbosa floor plan, and we'll talk a lot about that as we're walking through this house. A couple of things I noticed right off the bat is just how spacious this entire area is. I love being in the heart of the home and showing you the heart of the home first because it really, to me, is the most important space in a house, and this one does not disappoint. This house is 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom. It is 2-story. There's also a little bit of a flex space in the front of the house that we'll show you in just a minute. And this plan starts around $430,000. So in this home, you will notice that you will have a gas range because this neighborhood is gas. I'm a huge fan of that. We don't get freezes all the time here in North Texas, but when we do, this is important to have. Oh, and I forgot to mention this house is 2,400 square feet. So as you can see, the kitchen here is spacious. There's a lot of space in between the dishwasher, the range. You've got your microwave up here. You're always going to have a really nice backsplash as well. A walk-in pantry, which is always nice to have, to be able to walk in there. Plenty of storage. There's even room to put another shelf up there if you need to. Storage is always a good thing. And then right behind me, this would be my coffee station like they have set up here. Really good size island, plenty of space for 3 or even 4 seats for breakfast. But before we head over to the living room, let's finish out the kitchen and take a look at the dining space here in this house. I like that the dining table is off to the side of the kitchen versus being stacked from the island, the table, and then the living room. Sometimes I like that, and sometimes I prefer it like this. But this is a really nice space. It's a good amount of space. It's a large, light and bright in this house. And one reason why it's so light and bright, or 2 reasons actually. You've got a good wall of windows, which we'll show you in just a second behind Brandon, but there are a lot of candle lights up in the ceiling in this house. A big fan of candle lights because they're just not intrusive and they add a lot of brightness to a space. So right behind me, as you can see, we've got a nice wall of windows. If I could have from floor to ceiling windows, I would. Windows just let in a lot of happiness and sunlight. They bring the outdoors in. And if you'll notice that these windows don't have any detail in the glass, so it's letting everything in without any obstruction to your view. So big fan of windows. The more windows, the better. As you can see, this is also a very spacious room. They have a pretty good sized sectional set up here with these 2 console tables on either side and a good sized coffee table. You do have a fireplace here that does actually warm up a little bit. It's very nice. I like the detail here. You'll have to let me know if you're a fan of fireplaces or not. We find that the majority of people do prefer a fireplace, and when it comes to resale, fireplaces are a positive or a plus as well. We actually have had one client that absolutely did not, under any circumstance, want a fireplace. But we find that that's often pretty rare. And I like what they did here with the detail going all the way from the floor to the ceiling. And another thing that we're seeing that's really kind of popular right now, actually it's a very old thing that I think is making its way back. And that would be, it's called color drenching. And so rather than having this white, they did it the exact same color as the wall. So you've got a lot of your trim, your ceilings, and even your walls oftentimes are the same color. Ceilings are white here, but I do like that they kept this all one color. So plenty of space down here in this living room, dining, and kitchen. And I am going to show you the master bedroom here in just a little bit, but I kind of want you to get a little bit of an orientation of the house. So let's go ahead and take a walk this way. We're gonna go by this flex space here. This could be used as a formal dining room if that's what you do. If you entertain a lot, then that would be great for a formal dining room. I think this would make a great home office. It's off to the side. It's a little quiet away from the living room. This is a great flex space and it's right off the front of the house. And as you walk in the front door, you'll notice that there isn't a wall over here. That's because this is the garage. Currently it's a sales office, but this is where the garage should be. And then you do have a front room here or another room on the bottom floor. I think it's always very important when you have a two-story home and you are building a home and you have the option to do so, to have an additional bedroom downstairs, because we are seeing a lot of multi-generational living today. And this allows your guests, your parents, to have their own space, their own bedroom. And this one is in the front of the house, so it's light and bright. Got a good sized bed here with plenty of space for an even bigger bed. You've got a dresser, a nice walk-in closet, but over here you've got a bathroom that can belong to just this bedroom if needed. Another thing that I would consider, and sometimes you can do this, sometimes not, it just depends on the builder, is instead of having a tub in this bathroom, to make it a full shower, just in case you have guests that can't navigate a bathtub. It's always important that whenever you are looking at new construction or model homes, that you take your realtor with you on the very first visit. We work with a lot of builders that are realtor friendly. Occasionally we run into some that aren't. And if you don't have your realtor with you on the first visit, they won't allow you to have representation. So it's important to have someone in your corner helping you navigate the process of new construction. And oftentimes there are incentives that come and go with new construction. So make sure you reach out to us to see what's currently going on. So right off of the kitchen living room, now you have the beautiful, spacious master bedroom. And over here, they did something that honestly is such a good idea. If this is ever an option on a house that you are building, a new construction house, go ahead and have this bay window area here. It just adds it's really not the square footage that it adds, but what it adds is a space like this to have chairs, or maybe even, well, I wouldn't put another dresser against the wall, but I do like the idea of chairs. Otherwise, the space is going to end about right here. And so you wouldn't be able to do this otherwise. Once again, this is an option that a lot of buyers prefer to have. They also actually prefer to have a bench seat over there, believe it or not. About 70% of buyers like to have a bench seat in their bedroom. They also did this in this room, which is one of my favorite things. And Brandon, you have to show them the wallpaper wall. And I know this doesn't come with the home, but this is just a little tip for you, is to put wallpaper in your house. It really is, well, it's always been popular, but it's really making a comeback, and it's just a good focal point. It really adds some luxury to the home. But let's talk about the size of this bedroom, because it really does matter. You've got plenty of space for a king-size bed and two good-sized nightstands, a dresser, and like I mentioned earlier, the two club chairs off to the side. Very spacious bedroom. I always say you don't need all your space in here. I'd rather have most of it out in the living room and the kitchen, but they did a good job in this one. And also, Brandon, show them real quick some of the detail of this ceiling up here. Is not just a flat ceiling. You have a little bit of what I call a tray ceiling, at least on this side. And you could even do something really cool up there. Some detail, maybe a paint color up on the ceiling, or wallpaper. We have seen that in houses, and that really makes it look luxurious. All right, so head on over here into this bathroom, this spacious bathroom. Now, the tub here is an option. It doesn't come standard in the MI homes. It is an option. We have about half and half with our clients on whether or not they want a tub in their bathroom. But what I will say is this: the ones that could go either way, not a big deal. But if you have a client that really, when we have a buyer that really wants a tub in the bathroom and there isn't one, it's a deal breaker. So I say go for the tub in the bathroom. And this is a good size one as well, with a good size shower. You have on the other side dual sinks, so everybody gets their own sink. And I like that this is a kind of a honed quartz countertop right here, and a door to your toilet closet. That is a must. Always a fan when they do that. And then of course you've got a nice spacious walk-in master closet. So as soon as you come up the stairs here, you have your second living space upstairs. Perfect for kids' schoolwork, or maybe even if you're homeschooling, this would be a great place to do that in, or put the extra TV upstairs so your kids can do all their gaming and have all their fun and watch movies up here. You also have 2 other bedrooms. So remember, there were 2 bedrooms downstairs, and there's 2 bedrooms and a bathroom upstairs. Denton is located just north of Dallas and Fort Worth. So you've got Dallas, Fort Worth, and Denton, which forms a triangle. It's about 35 minutes north of the Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. Denton currently has 4 high schools, and we also have, in fact, close to this neighborhood, which is called Kingsway here in Denton. Close by, we have our water park, which is super fun, and we have LaGrone Academy, which is just a place for high schoolers to go to in Denton, where they can learn things like firefighting, being a police officer, cosmetology. Brandon, there's so many. Auto mechanics, culinary arts, cybersecurity. I know I'm missing more, but that is just something really cool that Denton has to offer that not every ISD offers. And we are currently on our way constructing our 5th high school. Denton is a town of about 140,000 people and growing. It's really in a great location because we've got a lot of lakes nearby, 3 right? About 3 lakes. We've got Ray Roberts.
Lots of lakes.
Yeah, there are several lakes nearby. It's in a great location as far as conveniences go. I know a lot of our viewers and a lot of our clients and people that we do Zoom calls with, one of the things they ask is, do you have a Target? Is it close by? Do you have a Walmart and grocery shopping? Yes, yes, and yes. In fact,
to get our second Target.
We are about to get our second Target. We already have a super Target, but Denton is about to get the first, I don't even know, mega Target in this area. It's going to be 25,000 square feet bigger than the one that we currently have, which is going to be the first one in either all of Texas or for sure all of North Texas. We've got plenty of grocery stores, but one thing that I love about Denton, one of my favorite things about the city of Denton, other than it's conveniently located near Dallas and Fort Worth, is that we have the coolest downtown. In fact, we have 2 videos on downtown Denton on our YouTube channel that you're definitely going to want to go back and take a look at. It is an older city, and when you have an older city like Denton, you have a really cool downtown square. There are one-off restaurants there, plenty of brew pubs, boutique shopping, tons of festivals and events. I couldn't even name all the events that Denton has, but I'll name a few. We've got 4th of July Festival. Hun, you're going to have to help me out. We have
Jazz Fest,
Arts and Jazz, Blues Fest, Arts and Autos. One of the biggest ones, you already mentioned Arts and Jazz. That's a several day event that we have. But one of my favorite ones is going to be Wassail Fest, or we call it the Denton Christmas tree lighting. Wassail Fest is where you just spend time on the downtown square going from shop to shop and sampling all the different hot apple ciders. There are a lot of different events, parades. It's very family friendly here in Denton. We think it's a great choice for the North Dallas, North Fort Worth area. So like I mentioned earlier, we have a lot of videos all about the city of Denton. So go back, take a look at those, and we'll see you on the next one.